Let me ask you something. When was the last time you looked in the mirror, fully dressed, and thought, yes, that is exactly who I am? Not this will do, not nobody will notice, but a full, deep, satisfied yes. If it has been a while, I want you to stay with me today. Because what we are talking about is not just clothing. It is ownership. It is presence. It is the quiet, unshakable confidence of a Black woman who knows exactly who she is and refuses to shrink herself to fit someone else's idea of what she should look like at this age. Welcome back to Ageless Ebony, the space where Black women over 50 dress boldly, live fully, and redefine what it means to be ageless. Today we are getting into one of the most asked about combinations in our community: sneakers and jeans. Yes, that combination. The one some people still believe belongs only to younger women. The one well-meaning friends or family members might have hinted is a little too casual for a woman of your stature. Well, I respectfully disagree, and today I am going to show you exactly why, with 5 styling hacks that will take your jeans and sneaker looks from ordinary to genuinely, undeniably elevated. These are not tricks. These are principles. And once you understand them, you will never look at your wardrobe the same way again. Let us begin. Hack 1. Structure is everything. Do not let softness swallow you. Here is the first thing I want you to understand about dressing well at 50, 60, or beyond. The issue is almost never the individual pieces. The issue is the relationship between them. And the biggest style mistake I see, not just in women over 50, but honestly in women of all ages, is what I call the double soft look. Stretchy, relaxed jeans, a loose, flowing blouse, a draped, oversized cardigan, all at once. Now please hear me clearly. There is nothing wrong with comfort. Comfort is non-negotiable, but when every single layer of your outfit is soft and unstructured, your entire silhouette dissolves. You stop reading as intentional. You start reading as tired. And an ageless ebony woman never looks tired. She looks curated. So here is your first principle for styling jeans and sneakers beautifully as a Black woman over 50. If your bottom half is casual, your top half must carry the structure. Think of your outfit as architecture. Your foundation, the jeans and sneakers, is relaxed and comfortable. But your upper body is where you create the frame. A tailored blazer in a rich camel or a deep jewel tone. A structured trench coat with clean, defined shoulders. A crisp, dark wash denim jacket that holds its shape, even when you move. These pieces do something powerful. They create vertical lines. They signal intention. They tell anyone who sees you, I did not simply get dressed this morning. I made a deliberate choice. And if you want to stay comfortable while still looking polished, here is the move that professional stylists use constantly. It is called the French tuck. You take your blouse, your button-down, your quality knit, and you tuck only the very front hem into your waistband. Just an inch or two. Let the back and sides fall loose. What does this do? It defines your waist without cinching it. It creates visual shape without restriction. It bridges the gap between the relaxed energy of your denim and the polished quality of your top. It reads as effortless, which, of course, is exactly the energy Black women over 50 bring to everything. Remember this: structure is not about stiffness. Structure is about intention, and intention is what transforms an outfit into a statement. Hack 2, the ankle rule that changes the entire silhouette. I want to talk to you about ankles. Stay with me. This matters more than you think. When most women put on jeans and sneakers, the denim lands somewhere around the top of the shoe. Sometimes it puddles. Sometimes it bunches. Sometimes it just kind of sits there. And here is what that does to the overall look. It adds visual weight at the very bottom of your body. It interrupts the line of your leg. And it creates a heaviness at the hem that makes the whole outfit feel a little unresolved. Now compare that to this. Imagine your hem sitting just an inch or two above your ankle bone, a clean gap, a small, deliberate reveal of skin, or a beautiful trouser sock. That tiny difference changes everything. When you show the ankle, you create what stylists call a break in the silhouette. The eye naturally travels to that narrowest point of your lower leg. The whole look immediately feels lighter, more modern, and far more intentional. For mature women's fashion, this one detail is genuinely transformative. This is your Ageless Ebony ankle rule. Your hem should graze approximately 1 to 2 inches above the ankle bone, not the floor, not the mid-calf. That sweet spot just above the ankle. Now I hear you already. My jeans are all too long. I am not running to the tailor every time I get dressed. And you do not need to. Here are 2 approaches that work beautifully. The first is the double cuff. Simply fold the hem up once, then fold it once more, so you have a neat 2-layer cuff sitting just above the ankle. This adds a slightly architectural intentional detail to the hem, and it looks particularly stunning with a leather lifestyle sneaker. The second option, which I personally love for its boldness, is the raw hem. Take a clean pair of scissors and cut your denim at exactly the right length. Do not worry about it fraying slightly over time. That slight softness at the edge, when paired with a pristine, structured sneaker, creates what stylists call a high-low contrast. Polished and relaxed at the same time, deliberate and effortless in the same breath. That is the Ageless Ebony aesthetic right there. Hack 3. The column of color, your secret weapon for looking taller and leaner. Without a single heel, here is a truth that the fashion industry does not always communicate clearly to women over 50, and I think that is intentional. So allow me to correct it. Contrast styling, wearing noticeably different colors on top and bottom, creates a horizontal line across the middle of your body. And horizontal lines visually widen and shorten the silhouette. Every time. Monochrome dressing, wearing tones that are in the same color family from shoulder to hem, creates one long, unbroken vertical line. And vertical lines visually lengthen and slim the silhouette. Every time. This technique is called the column of color, and for Black women styling jeans and sneakers at 50, 60, and beyond, it is one of the most powerful and underused tools available. Here is how you apply it in real life. Pair your dark indigo or deep charcoal jeans with a matching or closely toned navy cashmere sweater, a silk blouse in the same family, or a structured knit in a complementary depth. The eye travels from your shoulders all the way down to your hem without interruption. The result is effortlessly long, quietly elegant, unmistakably intentional. Or try the winter white column. Pale jeans, an ivory turtleneck, a cream or oat-colored blazer. This look photographs beautifully and carries an air of quiet luxury that is almost impossible to achieve with a complex, multi-toned outfit. And here is where it gets interesting. When you build that monochromatic column, your sneakers become the focal point of the entire look. They are no longer an afterthought. They are the exclamation point. If your column is dark, finish it with a crisp, clean white leather sneaker. The contrast is sharp and modern, and it grounds the whole outfit with a clean athleticism that feels current. If your column is light, try a metallic sneaker, a soft silver, a brushed champagne, a warm gold. These carry just enough glamour to elevate the casualness of denim without the discomfort of a heel. At Ageless Ebony, we are always looking for that intersection of style and ease. The metallic sneaker lives right there. The column of color is proof that less really is more. One color story, told confidently from head to hem, will always outperform a complicated, busy outfit. Simplicity, when worn with conviction, is always luxurious. Hack 4. Your sneaker wardrobe needs an audit. And it needs it today. We need to have a real conversation. And I say this with love. Your running shoes are not fashion shoes. I know that sounds obvious. But I cannot tell you how often I see otherwise beautifully put together women who have clearly invested in beautiful denim, a gorgeous blouse, stunning accessories, and then on their feet, the mesh running trainers, the ones with the neon accents, the thick, heavily cushioned soles, the ones you wore to your last fitness class and never quite took back to the gym bag. Those are tools. Exceptional tools for movement, for health, for everything we should be doing for our bodies. But they are not lifestyle shoes. And when they are paired with fashion jeans, they send a conflicting visual message. The outfit stops reading as intentional. It starts reading as incomplete. What we want for our everyday fashion looks, and this is especially important in mature Black women's style, are what the industry calls lifestyle sneakers. Shoes designed primarily for aesthetics, with enough comfort to wear all day. There are 3 styles I want you to look for, and I call these the Ageless Ebony Sneaker Trinity. The first is the classic white leather sneaker. Think clean, minimal, and timeless. These are the equivalent of a white button-down in shoe form. They work with every wash of denim, every color palette, every season. They are the foundation of a functional, chic sneaker wardrobe. The second is the suede slip-on. This style occupies a beautiful space between sneaker and loafer. It carries a softness and a texture that pairs naturally with cashmere, linen, and silk. It reads more dress than a standard trainer, but it is every bit as comfortable. For women over 50 who want sneaker ease with loafer energy, this is your shoe. The third is the subtle platform sneaker, a 1-inch platform, not a chunky, exaggerated sole, but a calm, even platform, gives you lift without putting pressure on any single part of your foot. It is the modern, practical answer to heels. You get height, you get length, you get zero discomfort. That is the kind of compromise we celebrate at Ageless Ebony. And now, the detail that ties all of this together: condition. A pristine sneaker communicates that you are a woman who pays attention. It signals care, precision, and self-respect. A scuffed, yellowed, weathered sneaker, no matter how beautiful the rest of the outfit, undermines everything you have built around it. Keep sneaker wipes near your front door. Spend 2 minutes before you leave the house. It is a small ritual with an outsized return. Your entire look will carry more authority when your shoes are immaculate. Audit your shoe rack this week. If it has mesh panels and neon laces, it belongs in your gym bag. If it is leather, suede, or metallic, it belongs in rotation. That is your Ageless Ebony sneaker standard. Hack 5. The third piece rule. The difference between getting dressed and getting styled. You have your structure. You have your ankle gap. You have your color column. You have your perfect sneakers. And you look wonderful. But I want you to look extraordinary. And there is one final principle that takes you all the way there. It is called the third piece rule. Most women dress in 2 pieces, a top and a bottom. That is getting dressed. It is functional. It is completely fine. But a look, a true, considered, ageless ebony look, requires a third element. Something that acts as the anchor, the signature, the piece that tells the world you did not just get dressed this morning. You styled an outfit. At 50 and beyond, the third piece is your greatest opportunity for self-expression. It is where your history enters the room, your aesthetic, your personality, your story. So what qualifies as a third piece? It could be a silk scarf, worn loosely knotted at the neck, or draped elegantly over the handles of a structured tote. The movement and richness of silk against denim creates a texture contrast that is sophisticated in a way that almost nothing else achieves. It could be a quality leather belt with a classic weighty gold or silver buckle. Placed either at the natural waist or just below it, a belt breaks the vertical line of the column of color in a deliberate, architectural way. It creates a focal point. It draws the eye to exactly where you want it. It could be a statement accessory, oversized architectural eyeglass frames, a chunky sculptural necklace in wood, metal, or resin, a cuff bracelet with presence and weight. These pieces pull the casual energy of the sneakers upward, toward your face, where your expression and your presence live. And if jewelry and scarves are not your language, your third piece can be entirely functional. A utility vest in a luxe fabric. A tailored wool coat draped over your shoulders, not worn through the sleeves, simply draped, with the quiet authority of someone who understands that the way you carry a coat is its own kind of confidence. A soft leather or vegan leather moto jacket that adds edge to the elegance of your column of color. The purpose of the third piece is always the same. It adds a dimension that the other two pieces cannot provide on their own. A different texture, a different weight, a focal point, a conversation starter. It is the difference between looking like you are running an errand and looking like you are arriving somewhere. And a woman of your experience and your beauty should always be arriving somewhere. Let us bring it all together. We are choosing structure over softness, because your top half carries the authority of the entire look. We are mastering the ankle rule, because that small reveal of the narrowest part of your leg changes the entire weight and energy of the silhouette. We are building our column of color, because one unbroken vertical line tells a longer, more elegant story than any amount of contrast. We are curating our sneaker wardrobe because lifestyle shoes worn in pristine condition communicate precision and self-respect without saying a word. And we are completing every look with a third piece, because that final layer of intention is what separates dressing from styling. When you bring these 5 principles together, you are not just wearing jeans and sneakers. You are making a statement about who you are. You are showing the world, quietly, elegantly, undeniably, that style does not have an expiration date, that it deepens with age, that it becomes more itself with every year of experience, every lesson learned, every morning you decide to show up fully. And I want to close with this. The most important piece you will ever put on is not in your wardrobe. It is not a blazer or a silk scarf or a pristine white leather sneaker. It is the belief, the unshakable, non-negotiable belief that you deserve to look and feel magnificent every single day. Not on special occasions. Not when you have lost a certain number of pounds or achieved a certain milestone. Every day, including your most casual Tuesday. You are not dressing for an occasion. You are the occasion. If this conversation resonated with you, I would love for you to hit the like button. It genuinely helps more ageless ebony women find their way to this community. And if you are not yet subscribed, this is your invitation, because we are just getting started. Leave me a comment below and tell me, which of these 5 hacks are you taking into your wardrobe this week? I read every single one, and I would love to know where you are beginning. This is Ageless Ebony, and I will see you in the next video.